All right, let's talk about something that's quietly, almost invisibly reshaping our lives. It's not a person, it's not a place, it's like a digital ghost in the machine. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see exactly how it's pulling the strings. So let's start with this, because I think a lot of us feel this. Your life, on paper, it looks good. You've got the job, you're doing all the things you're supposed to be doing, but there's still this nagging feeling inside, right? Like you're moving, but you're not actually going anywhere. Does any of that ring a bell?
Okay, so let's try to put a name on that feeling. It's this vague but persistent sense that something's not right, that you're not really fulfilled, even if you can't quite find the words to explain why.
And for so many of us, this is what the day-to-day looks like. Let's imagine someone, we'll call him Alex. He wakes up. First thing he does, before his feet even hit the floor, he grabs his phone. Then it's off to work, he comes home tired, and what does he do? He scrolls and scrolls until it's time to sleep. And then the whole thing starts over again. It's a loop. And yeah, it's predictable, but man, is it draining. And this, right here, is the heart of the problem. It's not about failing, in the classic sense of the word. Nothing's a complete disaster. But at the same time, nothing feels truly right. It's like you're existing, but are you really living? There's this quiet, empty space between a life that looks good and one that actually feels good. So what is going on here? What's the source of this feeling? Well, in this next part, we're going to talk about the invisible architect behind it all, the sneaky psychological tricks that are basically hijacking our brains, usually without us even noticing. Okay, so it really all starts with something called the dopamine loop. See, every time you get a like, a comment, a notification, your brain gets this tiny little hit of a feel-good chemical, dopamine. And here's the kicker. Because those rewards are totally unpredictable, your brain starts to crave the next one. It needs another hit. So you check your phone again and again. It's a system that's literally designed to get you hooked. You're not just scrolling because you want to. You're scrolling because your brain has been training to chase that next reward. And then you've got this, the comparison trap. On one side, you have your real life, the messy, the boring, the everyday unedited moments. And on the other side, you have everyone else's highlight reel. The perfect vacation photos, the promotions, the happy relationships, all perfectly filtered. And without even thinking about it, we measure our reality against their fantasy. And guess what? We always feel like we're coming up short. It's a game you can never win because the other side isn't even real. So how do these platforms keep us stuck in that loop? Well, it's all by design. Think about it. The infinite scroll. There's no end, no natural place to stop. Autoplay just pulls you right into the next video before you can even decide if you want to watch it. And those notifications are constantly buzzing, pulling your attention right back to the app. It all taps into this deep-seated fear of missing out, FOMO, and it creates this constant nagging anxiety that if you're not online, you're falling behind. So here's the really crucial takeaway from all this. When you wake up in the morning and the very first thing you do is grab your phone, you are not giving your mind a chance to start the day fresh. You are immediately injecting it with comparison, with other people's problems, with social anxiety. Your mind isn't starting fresh, it's starting stressed. Now, this might all seem like a small daily habit, but when you add it up over months and years, the effects are huge. Let's take a look at what's really at stake here. The life that is slowly and silently just disappearing behind the screen. These are the 4 big areas where the damage really starts to pile up, quietly. First, our focus gets completely shattered. It becomes almost impossible to sit down and do deep, meaningful work. Our own personal growth just stalls because, let's be honest, scrolling is way easier than learning a new skill. Our real-world relationships get weaker because we're spending more energy looking for validation online. And all of this just leads to this general sense of emotional instability. We feel anxious, we feel restless, and we don't even know why. And then one day, you might look up and realize years have gone by, and you have this terrifying moment of clarity. I've been so busy, but what have I actually produced? I've been constantly entertained, but I don't feel fulfilled. It's a scary thought. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? The real fight in our modern world isn't for our money or our loyalty. It's for our attention. Because whatever you pay attention to, that's what your life becomes. And that's why the biggest addiction today isn't drugs. It's distraction. But listen, it is not all doom and gloom. Not at all. Because hidden in all of this noise, there's a real opportunity. An opportunity for a turning point. A moment of pure clarity that can absolutely change everything.
And it almost always starts with this, just silence. That moment when Alex, or when you, make the conscious choice to just put the phone down, to turn off the noise. And yeah, it feels weird at first, maybe even uncomfortable, because we are so used to the constant distraction. But in that silence, for maybe the first time in a very long time, there's space. Space to actually think.
And in that quiet space, a really critical shift starts to happen in your mind. You start to realize, wait a minute, I'm not lazy or lost, I'm just completely overloaded. I didn't somehow lose all this time. I actively gave it away, one scroll at a time. And see, this isn't about blaming yourself. It's about finally seeing this system you're in so you can choose to step out of it. So let's go back to that initial feeling we talked about, feeling lost. Let's reframe that completely. Feeling lost is not a sign that you failed. Not at all. It's a signal. It's your inner self telling you that the way you're living just doesn't fit who you really are anymore. You're not lost. You're waking up. Okay, so you're waking up. What's next? What do you actually do? This last part is all about the real practical steps you can take to reclaim your attention, and by doing that, reclaim your life. First, it starts with just awareness. Just admitting and accepting, okay, my habits are in the driver's seat right now, not me. Next, create friction. That just means make the apps harder to get to. Move them off your home screen, put them in a folder. Third, reduce easy dopamine. Try to limit the mindless short-form video scrolling. Then, replace the habit. When you feel the urge to scroll, get up and do something real. Read a page of a book, walk around the block. And finally, rebuild your focus. Start small. Try to go just 5 or 10 minutes without any distractions. It's like a muscle you have to train again. And I want to leave you with this last thought. We spend so much time worrying about losing money or status, but the real cost of our distraction is so much bigger than that. The biggest loss isn't money. It's the person you could have become, the skills you could have learned, the deep, real connections you could have made. It's the life that is waiting for you right on the other side of that screen. And the only question left is, are you ready to go live it?